Welcome back to the CTV News. Youth belonging to a group called the Youth Power Group will hold a silent march on Saturday under the theme Help Break the Silence. Some of the youth involved visited Calabash TV to talk about Saturday's activity, but more importantly, to share their experiences and what led them to move ahead from a life of violence and depression. These young persons spoke with CTV's Bernard Vanis.
We'd like to welcome again to our studio Mitchum Inglis, who's a member of the Youth Power Group, and he's a youth assistant. Mitchum, first of all, welcome to Calabash TV.
Oh, thank you, and good day to all the viewers that will be watching this program today. I invite you to stay tuned because what you're going to see and hear is going to be powerful. My life story, how I met the YPG, and how my life changed.
All right. So, Mitchum, first of all, how did you become part of the Youth Power Group?
Oh, I became part of the Youth Power Group through a friend who was already part of the group. He invited me to come to the YPG to better myself because they had issues that I was going through, that some of them only he knew. My parents, no one knew. So he invited me to come to the YPG to seek a help, a transformation for myself.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you became part of that group. Now, give us an idea, when your first encounter, when you went to probably the first meeting or the first sessions, what was your mindset? Were you confident that something was going to happen, or you had your reservations about the group itself?
Well, at the first time, I wasn't really interested. I was just actually sitting there watching the youths, dancing, and I saw that everyone was involved with everything, the singing, the dancing, the games. But my first impression was that I was not really interested. But I came on, visiting. I kept on coming, and then everyone would tell me, "Mitchum, come, you're gonna be a new person." You see, I had something inside of me that I didn't want to share with anyone, and there I found friends, I found family that would help me.
Mm-hmm. So you think so? I know there are a lot of youth groups in St. Lucia, but you didn't find comfort with other groups, with your other friends and so on, that you weren't trusting them enough to speak with them about your issues?
Well, I knew of other youth groups, but I never received any invitation or anything of that sort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So after the first session and you got an idea of what the group was about and so on, how did you begin to loosen up and to become part and to participate in the group?
Okay, so after I got to, before I got to loosen up, there was a big situation in my life that I was going through. And I never spoke to anyone about it. I never spoke to my family, my mother, anyone about it. I was addicted to pornography. And pornography destroyed a lot of youths and I would say people's life in the world. But few people actually talk about it. Only those who overcome and get the strength enough to talk about it that actually talk about it. But I used to be a youth, a guy, gentleman, walking the streets, and I would literally undress women like in my mind and things. So I had that negative idea in my mind about women that I never spoke to anyone about. But when I came to the YPG, I spoke with the youth assistant, I spoke with the leader, and they showed me how to overcome. Like I used to watch it in my spare time, so they showed me like not to give space like for spare time, always keep myself active, doing work, doing something.
And how's that working for you so far?
Well, so far I have overcome it totally because now I can help youths that's still suffering with this issue. So now I'm strong enough to help youths who suffer with pornography addictions. So my life has changed completely.
So do you also have better communications with your family as well?
For sure, I have better communications with my family, with my co-workers, people that I get around with, people I meet on the streets. For sure, I have better communication with everyone.
Mm-hmm. So what's your advice to other young persons who are watching, who may be going through the same set of issues, not wanting to talk to anybody about it? What's your advice to them?
My advice to them is that you need to loosen up. Don't follow the head of others. Because sometimes you suffer with this issue, this problem inside, and you feel like there is no way out. But if you come to the YPG, for sure, we're going to show you that there is a way out, that there are certain steps that you could take to overcome. It all depends on you.
Mm-hmm. Now, talk to us about, so you've taken care of that issue. Mm-hmm. Were there other issues that the group helped you with?
It helped me with my anger issues. I used to respond to my mother at home. I never had no respect in the house. I used to shout, quarrel. I had a little sister. I used to beat her out of rage. So it has helped me marginally.
And so give us an idea of the kind of activities that you engage with the group, some of the activities that take you away from those negative things.
Well, we engage in football, cricket, dancing, singing, sports. We play board games, we play video games, we go out on trips. So we do a lot of things. There are many youths that have talent in different areas.
I mean, things are happening. Well, good positive things are happening.
Yeah.
All right. Now, as a youth assistant, what exactly is your responsibility?
My responsibility is to take care of the youths that come to the YPG, you know, to get more youths that are suffering, bring them to the YPG to help them to overcome the situation that they're going through. Those who have talent, to help them to expose their talent and to be someone in society.
Mm-hmm. So the group is working for you. Do you notice as well that the persons who have come to the group for assistance are getting help and their lives are improving?
For sure, there are a lot of youths that have come to the YPG and they have received help in the YPG, and today some who came jobless, they receive a job, they mature, they know how to get on in the workplace, they know how to handle certain situations.
All right, pretty good. So I'm happy to hear that this is happening, and obviously looking forward to the event on the 15th as well. Talk to us about just to encourage and excite the young persons to attend the Help Break the Silence event on the 15th of September.
Okay, so I'm inviting the youths that are watching to come to this event, Break the Silence, because maybe you have an issue that you're suffering, no one knows about. So in this event, you can learn how to open up yourself, how to overcome that issue that you suffer inside, to break the silence, totally break it, and to overcome and to be free, not heavy anymore because of that thing you keep inside, but you know, to free up yourself and to overcome.
All right, Mitchell, well, thank you so much for your inspiring story today. Mm-hmm. And also, we'd like to wish you and the group all the best in the future, and we hope we can keep having conversations with you.
It was my pleasure being here.
Okay, joining us in studio now is another member of the Youth Power Group in St. Lucia, Alencia Alexander, who's a youth member. Alencia, first of all, welcome to Calabash TV.
Oh, thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
Give us an idea, how did you become part of the Youth Power Group?
Oh, okay. When I was invited to the Youth Power Group by the members of the group, which I was coming to the church at first before I went to the youth group. I was totally depressed because I had some situation going on with me. So I ended up reaching to the church. And while at the church, to keep myself busy, I would just stay there in the church before I go home, just stay relaxing there. And then they would have this youth group going on, but I wouldn't be part of it. I wouldn't go to push myself to be part of it. So I would just stay there looking at them, because I used to feel like I'm too mature to be part of it, because for me, that's how I used to look at it, like it's just children being there. But then I realized that everybody there has joy, they smile, they dance, they sing, and I'm so torn inside. Everything inside of me is destroyed, and I'm sitting there watching them. I'm like, when will I be like that? How will I ever be like that? I'm like, they're like, nothing is going on with them. And one of the youth assistants, she used to come to me, she used to speak to me, she used to tell me, are you going to stay today? And I'm like, I want to stay in the church, but I don't want to stay in the youth. I don't want to be part of this. I used to be like that. But then I started pushing myself, because I don't like to stay idle, because when I stay idle, it brings the suicidal thought, because I was suicidal also. So I started coming to the youth group. When she told me, she invites me, I stayed Sundays. Every Sunday they used to have the youth group. So I started staying with her. I started pushing myself and being part of the youth group until I got totally delivered from the situation I was going through.
When you were becoming part, what were the activities that you find that was most satisfying to you, most fulfilling?
Okay, when I started being part of the YPG, at first, since when I used to go be out with my friends, I used to go to partying and dancing. So the dancing was attracting me, because I like to dance, so they always had dancing going on. So for me, that was something great, so I would want to be part of it. But staying in the YPG, I recognize that there's a strength, there is something more that I developed that I did not know it was inside of me. In the YPG, there is also acting, there is drama. And I did not know it was inside of me. But now I become liking drama more than dancing. I love to act. So in the YPG, I got to develop that. I got to know that strength inside of me that I never knew I had it. So now that both the drama and the dancing, it got me to stay in the YPG.
Oh, so what's your involvement in drama? Are you acting or you writing or what you?
I am acting.
You're acting?
Yes, I love to act.
Okay.
Yes.
Give us an idea. I mean, are you part of a production? Do you put on a play? And what roles do you like acting?
Well, I like to be the main character. I love it. I like drama. I like to be the main. I like anything that whenever in acting, it's something to be huge, something to show. Because I know, and I like acting based on what I have been through in life, so that people could see, people could know that they could get out of the situation they are in. They think sometimes there's no way out for them. So I like acting like this. I like to play roles where you can play role of the youth nowadays, how they are on the streets, they drinking, the smoking, and how to get out of it. So I like these kind of roles.
So use that production to send a message to young people as well?
To young people as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. And obviously for the dancing, you do get involved in the dancing, as you said earlier on.
Yes.
Now that you're deeply involved and you're also a youth assistant, a youth member, so those thoughts completely disappear from your mind, or do you have those issues dealing with still?
No, they're completely out. I am totally free from the suicidal thoughts. I am totally free from anger. I was abused. I was molested. I was abused physically, emotionally. So I was totally destroyed. I was depressed. I had a lot going on with me. I thought they did not have no hope for me. I didn't want to live anymore. I tried committing suicide more than twice, and when I met the YPG, today I can smile. Today I am happy. I no longer want to kill myself, because that silence, that inner side inside of me, it's out. I was very shy also. So in the YPG, it brought everything out. I am totally transformed. I am changed, and it's a different me. It's a different me, and I want to help those youth out there, especially young women like me, or younger than me, even older than me, because you're never too young to teach something good. So I want to help those out there. Not only me, the YPG, all of us want to help the youth, both men and women, young girls, young guys. We just want to help them. There is a way out. The same way that I got out of it, any of them could get out of it. It is not hard. When you're going through the situation, you find it's hard. When I was going through the situation, to me, that was it. That was the end of my life, and I didn't want to be part of this world anymore. I don't want to be out anymore. I don't want anything to do. I just wanted to die. But now I don't want to die anymore. No. I want to help others that are going through what I used to go through, because I no longer go through it.
And how are you reaching out to them? How are you trying to help them? Okay.
The youths out there, we in the YPG, we are having different activities to attract the youth. We using activities to attract them. What you see they like out there, like those youth that like to go out, to drink, to smoke, and so on. Those that have anger problems, we use certain things that they like to attract them and to bring them close to us. So you know, when you're close with somebody and you're comfortable with that person, you'll be able to speak. So certain times we see some of the youth, they're out, they're having fun, but indeed they are not happy. Inside of them is completely destroyed. So what we do, we bring them close to us so that they could feel comfortable with us. They could open up and they could tell us what's happening in their lives. Now when they tell us what happens, we go to that root and we help them with it, because if they don't open up to us, we will never know. but we are there to help them. We don't only have activities, we have our feeding program. We cook every Sunday for the youth. Those that come in, we cook for them. What we do sometimes, those that have a little problems with their household, those that need a little clothes to wear, they need certain things, but spare for school. Maybe their parents don't have the condition to help them. Because me as a youth member, I've helped some of the youths like that. Some of them get close to me that they tell me what's going on in their house, and then since I know, I reach out to them and I help them. We help them with things for school, things for the clothing. We help them with food, bus fare, those that are going to school, and then we encourage them, and it helps them very much. They realize that, even if they feel that they are not loved by their family or whatever they're going through, maybe by peer pressure, friends, that there are people there who loves them, and when they get that treatment from us, they feel comfortable, and it's helped us too, so that we could get closer to them, we could know what's going on with them. When we make them comfortable with us, it helps us also. Now we know that we getting to know the roots, and we getting to know how to help them, so it's very good.
Now you keep talking about you meeting regularly and so on, socializing. Where do you all meet on a Sunday?
Oh, we meet on Brazil Street, that is opposite the Derrick Walcott Square. But we don't every Sunday, that's where we meet, but we do our activities different places. We have trips also. We try not to be in the same place all the time. We try not to make them bored, because the youth nowadays, they like to say they're bored very quick, so we do our activities different places, and we have different activities going on that they will feel comfortable in. We go out for pizza sometimes, and we go out on the beach. We have different sessions. We have our YPG hangouts. We would just be hanging out and maybe discussing about a topic all of us comfortable in, and it's very nice. Those that are very silent, that don't talk, they ending up talking, because now they realize that there is a family with them. Maybe there's silence at home, but when they're with us, there is that joy with them. So that's very, very good. We're very helping with that area.
All right, so you're looking forward to your event on the 15th, which is the Help Break the Silence?
Yes,
at
yes.
the VG Sports Complex as well?
Yes. It's a very good event. It is good to help, to the youths, not even only youths. There are grown-ups who go through situations, and there are very silent also. But since we are a youth group, we take care of the youth. But anybody who is going through it could come. They could come and match with us. We're going to have a match, and it will be very good. They're going to hear words of encouragement. We're going to share our testimony, to tell them how we get out of certain situation. Those that are going through situation that are keeping the inner self in, and they don't talk, they're going through it. So I'm inviting them to come to that event on the 15th. That will be on the VG complex, to be there with us as a family. We are there together.
Alencia Alexander is a youth member of the Youth Power Group. Alencia, thanks so much for your story and inspiration, and wish you all the best.
Okay, thank you very much.